Thank you for tuning in. This is your instructor Joe. So today I'll be answering a subscriber's question regarding intermediate level players curriculum. A good question. So I'll try to cover a broader term of intermediate level players, because the way we define what is intermediate, what is advanced, what is beginner, it's somewhat relative. So I'll try to cover it as wide as I can. So of course we should do some kind of work on the right hand, some kind of work on the left hand, and repertoire that covers such techniques. In my opinion, intermediate level violinists should be able to play two, better 3-octave scales in major and minor keys. I would probably work on up to 3-4 sharps and flats relating minor keys as well. Minor keys meaning both harmonic minor and melodic minor scales. And when it comes to bow technique, before I do that, and then after 2-3 octave scale, in intermediate level violinists should also be playing a double stops, starting with a sixth. Sixth is this one, like that. Then move on to a third, meaning then octaves. Make sure you don't go finger octave 1, 3, 2, 4, but just 1 and 4, like that. So that's what intermediate level violinists should be able to working on the left hand. When it comes to right hand, in my opinion, the intermediate level player should work on using the whole bow, meaning from the frog all the way to the tail. Sometimes just learning how to master certain difficult part of the bow by learning how to keep your finger joint flexible. That will be crucial when it comes to intermediate level players, because without mastering the whole bow playing, it's hard to move on to the next level. Once you're done, also in my opinion, it's very important for intermediate level player to master spiccato. That's off the string bow, meaning the bow is not laid on the string, but rather coming from the air. Because it involves understanding of different weight of your bow, and so it teaches us to do slow spiccato or fast. If you want, you could try maybe ricochet like that, but that comes a bit later. But that's why we need to understand the spiccato, how the techniques of spiccato. Then, very important to know how to produce beautiful sound while playing double stops. Meaning understand, or the intermediate level player should have well taught or understood the importance of sounding point of each string when playing single string, therefore ready to move on to the double stops, which means you have to compromise each string, sounding point of each string, because when you're playing both strings, it's impossible to keep sounding point for both strings. Therefore, you have to pick one string for the sounding point, the other one you have to compromise either by putting more weight or sometimes just doing other compromises. So that's very important. So when it comes to repertoire, I find it sometimes when I see a specific method books, because they pick certain repertoires for the intermediate level player, it seems to be all kind of same tempo. Technique, violin playing technique is not just the left hand, but also learning to work with a bow speed. Sometimes you have to do slow or fast, or sometimes you have to divide the bow and things like that. So when it comes to repertoire, I highly encourage intermediate violinists to pick slow and faster tempo. You can work both at the same time or one after the other, so that you learn how to adjust the bow speed as you play different tempo of different pieces. So those things are the ones that I pay greatly attention to when it comes to my intermediate level violinists. So let's summarize. When it comes to intermediate level players, I find it's very important when it comes to left hand, 2 or better 3 octave scales, and should have learned double stops such as starting 6th, 3rd, and octave scale using number 1 and 4. Number 2, when it comes to right hand bowing, it's important to have a master or to try to master to use whole bow using a different part of joint your hand, especially one has to master to learn to use your finger joints flexibly. And also by understanding the bow, the intermediate level player should learn how to play spiccato, different kind of spiccato, fast and slow, and also learn how to play double stops while producing beautiful sound, using sounding point while compromising. Number 3, when it comes to repertoire, it's important to pick the repertoire piece that works with your level of technique, but also it's equally important to pick different tempo of different pieces. So try not to play all same slow pieces one after the other. Once you play a slow piece, try to pick next one a little fast tempo and vice versa. That way you learn how to adjust your bow speed as well, which is another important part of violin playing, especially when it comes to more advanced level player later. Yeah, I hope this gives you an idea. Please let me know what you're working on, and I hope you feel comfortable to keep sending me your question. Thank you for watching. Please remember to share my videos and subscribe. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.